be calling you a radical, the most degenerate freaking university in the country as far as athletics go. Well, men's basketball and men's football. So they're at it again. So the preseason All-American, who this coach didn't play. Now, how can you sit the number one player in the country? The preseason All-American, Abraham Williams, has hit the transfer portal. We're going to talk basketball, football, degenerate athletic department here that, I mean, it's shameful. It's shameful. So Jay Hill rolls in here, turns this titanic, corrupt, nightmare piece of shit. The NCAA gave him the death penalty, told him, you get clean house, clear house, whatever, we'll let you off the mat. Did they clear house? No, there's some fucking people that were fucking looting the kitty then in the apartment, and it still are. Still are. Which, how they get away with that, you know, we'll talk basketball, Lillard. So when Lillard lost Anthony Johnson, up by 22 points in the second half, not his fault, Randy Ray's fault, that's the shirt I had on. I had Lillard sign it. The signal was right there. I got cancer in 2011. I was given 2 months to live out of nowhere, right before the basketball season started. I'd have been doing, I mean, that's the last game that KWCR did. They sold off the signal for $25,000. What the fuck? They never got away with it if I wasn't in the bone marrow transplants. So they're just degenerate. Now, how is it possible that a basketball team, well, it's the Big Sky. The Big Sky, you know what they are this century? This century. 1 in 25 in the NCAA tournament. You heard me right. 1 in 25, and it wasn't Weber State. Weber State hasn't fucking won a tournament game since they fired a Bagelin. What'd they fire a Bagelin for? Winning. That's what they do. If this was a normal athletic department, Jay Hill would have never left. This team, football team, was the most talented football team, probably second in the history of the school. Well, at least since they've been up here on the hill, since 1925. They couldn't even fuck. They almost didn't win a home game. Right at the end, these seniors stepped up and they beat Idaho. Or he would have been right in the Jody Sears. This is the most disappointing season in the history of the school. Bar fucking none. The basketball season is setting up that way. You got a number 5, top 5 pick in the NBA draft. Could end up being number 1, 2, 3 draft pick on this basketball team, and they're losing. How's that possible? Well, they play tonight at the Randy Ray Tree Bowl, and I'm a fan of Eric's. I like Eric, but come on, man. You know what it is? You know what is the problem in Big Sky basketball? And I've said this for decades. Overcoaching. This is the most overcoached league in the history of fucking sport. So what happens? They overcoach, they fine-tune, and they sit and trade coaches back and forth, they overcoach to the 10th power. It becomes a rock-throwing fucking contest. It becomes nothing. I mean, you should wear football helmets because everybody wants to win 63 to 60. That's the Randy Ray philosophy. So the Tree, Wyoming's one of his assistants. Weaver's assistant. They play at Wyoming. Have you seen the home schedule here? A guy bought me a front row ticket, $350, right on the front row. I sit right behind Clocky. When I used to sit just literally right there when I did the play-by-play. Have you seen the home schedule? They basically play nothing at home but D2 schools. All D2 schools. They played Navajo Tech. They played, D2 schools. Those aren't games. Those games shouldn't even count. This team should be undefeated. Okay, maybe one loss. That Nevada team's good, but they're losing. Fucking grotesque overcoaching. See, so they're going to run. They're going to get loose. Look, when you overcoach on defense, and it's all good defense, what happens? Players tighten up. Now, granted, if you loosen up and you play fast, which this team said they were going to, yeah, you're going to give up more points. There's a trade-off. So what? You're going to have to outscore them. But this whole philosophy, you want to win 63 to 62 every fucking slugging rats, Randy Ray. Randy Ray's the worst fucking coach in the history of the school. Me and Randy Ray got in a fucking giant fight right over there. There's the Swenson gym right there where Dick Motta coached, with Phil Johnson fucking coached, Gene Bisher coached, you know, the great Neil McCarthy. Oh, they got rid of him for winning. Ronna Bagelin? And then you go to Randy fucking Ray, and we're just going to stay with this philosophy. And money don't matter to these fuckers. It doesn't. This team should have had at least 2 home games in the tournament. You know what a home game in the tournament's worth to the school? Over $1 million a game. Well over $1 million a game. They don't care. You know what fucking kind of money they're basketball. Go to the arena. Wait till you go fuck. It blew your. And here you got Dillion Jones, who's going to be an NBA superstar, no fucking doubt, on the floor. There's nobody there. I wonder. Watch him play D2 schools. Who the fuck is running this show around here? So let's talk football, the transfer portal. So you have. And for these young players at Weber, I don't give a fuck how many people watch it. Pull your head. Wake up. You think you're just going to play. So Bankston's going to come back, I guess. Bankston could be the All-American this year. He had a $160 at Northern Iowa. The game, that was his last real game. He used all that. But that doesn't mean he'll play, does it? If you don't believe me, the preseason All-American, Abraham Williams, who will be an NFL superstar, got benched. Why? Because of Mickey Mental, the high school coach they brought in's arrogance. He's going to prove he's better than Jay Hill. Good luck to you, fucker. So he'll jump his guys in front. That's what he did all the time. You think that Schultz Thomas and Bankston, the 1-2 punch should be, they could set every record they wanted here. You think they're going to play? I doubt it. And if you don't believe that's true, you don't know anything about Abraham Williams' path. Abraham, preseason All-American. Why is he not playing wide receiver? Why is he not playing running back? When they lost a quarterback, that's what he played in high school. He's out. He hit the portal. So you talk the top 5 players on this fucking team returning. Number 1, Abraham Williams. Bar none. Hit the portal. He's out. Number 2, Collins or Jack Kelly. It don't matter which order. Collins or Jack Kelly. Out. Transfer portal. Of course, you got Bankston. He's probably 2, so 3/4 out. Jack Burgess, the best punter in the history of this school bar fucking. I sat at practice one day and watched him drop 5 punts in a row inside the 2-yard line. 5 in a row. He's the best punter in the history of the school, and he got no love from the Big Sky. He's going to play at Texas Tech. He's a potential NFL guy. Abraham Williams is a fucking legit. Well, fuck. You see where he run the 55 right there? The fastest time they've been running this school in 26 years. And he doesn't run track every day. He's a legit 4-2 guy. He's Rashid Shaheed with muscles. Well, more muscles. And he didn't play. I wonder why they're leaving. You had a team that should have I really felt like this team had a chance at the national championship. Winston Reed's gone. Maxwell Anderson's gone. They graduated. Noah, a Tog who born and raised right here, he graduated on the line. But what a disappointment. Same with the basketball team. The basketball team's sizing up to be a major disappointment. Get routed like these teams are fucking blowing them out. After they beat St. Mary's on the road, Dillion Jones goes 29 points, 26 and 26. What did they do? Talk to him, tell him quit scoring fucking points? What the fuck? Dillion Jones is on fire. It's kind of like Lillard. What's Lillard averaging in the NBA right now? On one of the best teams in the league? 25. They couldn't win here because Randy Ray wouldn't cut him loose. What's going on here? Cut fucking Dillion Jones loose. So we're going to just see if we can't get him a triple. What the fuck? Cut him loose. It's his fucking team. We want to watch him play. We don't want to do Lillard again. We don't want to watch this same fucking Randy Ray routine over and over and over. They could have kept fucking Jay Hill, the greatest coach in the history of this fucking school. Turned this titanic piece of recruiting local players. Fuck, he dug him out, didn't he? Fuck, Jack Kelly was a fucking BMX bike rider. He's NFL material. Rashid Shaheed, nobody gave him a scholarship. I just got back from his high school down there. He was all that. Jay Hill was smart enough to do it. Jay Hill knew how to find players. Know how to treat players. He knew. The problem with this team, this athletic department at Weber State, they have one flaw. One flaw. They don't know how to fucking win. They know how to recruit. They know how to get fucking players. They know how to do a lot of stuff. They know how to steal money. They don't know how to fucking win. They could have kept Jay Hill. Of course, I can't believe Jay Hill gutted out as long as he did. he he's from down there. You know, I think he'll end up being the head coach down there one day. You know, $1 million is a lot, but they could have bet. But I'm sure he was sick of this fucking corrupt athletic department. I mean, the play-by-play up here, talking right over plays. It's a gross product. And then you wonder why there's no one in the fucking stands. I guess revenue doesn't mean anything to these people. The fucking Purple Palace, it's empty. Well, when you fuck the entire preseason, I know people that had season tickets there. That's how I got my front fucking row ticket. People gave them up. They're like, what? No BYU, no Utah, no Utah State when they're all good this year. No nothing. No, Arizona was supposed to come. No. D2, 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 D2. They're like, fuck, I paid that. You know what? I could just buy a ticket at the thing. And so no one goes. So they just fucking bleed money. You got to have a revenue stream. You know, so Abraham Williams is the best fucking player on this team, bar none. He's NFL material. He's a legit 4-2 guy. I mean, he ran back 5 kickoffs for touchdowns last year. 5 in one fucking season. You know, and he's on the fucking bench. Are you fucking kidding me? Winston Reed will fucking go to the combine. I think he better. I think Maxwell Anderson will probably go. I think Maxwell, there's a chance that he'll get drafted because TJ, you know, he's got a real chance. Just get your foot in the door because the NFL played a clip after one of the weeks recently. And the top 5 plays of the week. 3 of the top 5 players were Weber State players. 2 of the 3 undrafted. Opeta, he's undrafted. He wasn't one of them, but he's undrafted playing for the Eagles. Just broke the combine record by 7 rounds. Rashid Shaheed, undrafted, which still blows my mind. Superstar. He's the leading vote getter in the Pro Bowl right now. By the way, Abraham Williams is everything Rashid Shaheed is to you NFL scouts. Wake the fuck up. And if you don't believe that I know, who the fuck was screaming from day fucking 1 on Rashid? Wake up, NFL. Wake the fuck up. This guy's a first rounder. You don't touch him. Fuck, he's going to make some people fucking pay next year. He's going to get a contract or fucking eyeballs will pop out. And look out. He's going to go to a team that's going to feature him. And look the fuck out. He's Hall of Fame material. I've always known that. Jonah Williams, undrafted. Of course, TJ went way, way late. He's a hell, always was. But Maxwell Anderson reminds me of TJ to a T. His numbers are very, very fucking similar. Always had the same type of fucking career. He's the exact same similar player as him. They remind me so much of each. Jay Hill, guys. So, disappointing. So it's important I get this up. So your top 5 returning players. Jack Burgess, best punter. The Big Sky fucking spit at him. You know, he gets fucking like Big Sky. Fuck, it's not just about length of kick, which he does that too. He drops him. That play when they beat Idaho, when he drops it right at the 1, and fucking Abraham Williams goes flying through the fucking air. He's about that high, his feet off the ground, and tips it back. Abraham Williams is the best, could be the best athlete in the history of this fucking football program. Whoever gets him is going to be, use him where he should be used. He should be a quarterback. But, so I get back from Pacific Beach. I've been down there in San Diego the whole fucking time working. And I get back, and I got to go to the hospital and get some food because the food there's gone to shit in San Diego. Except for the Mad Beach, especially PB. It sucks. So I got to go to the hospital and get some good food. That restaurant over there's killer. I walk in, and who's there? Sharp, sitting there, waiting on a friend. What's up, man? You staying? Yeah. Oh, he's all that. He's a great fucking player. What a wide receiver. I mean, he is all that. So I get on the bus, come over here, the greenwashing bus, and I get off it, and who do I want? Right smack it, he's on the same bus. Schultz Thomas. I says, you staying? Yeah, can't go in the transfer portal with a torn ACL. He's all that. He's a great back. He says, I think Bankston's staying. Oh, great. Bankston's. But that doesn't mean he'll play. So the number 1 returning player on this team, bar none, is Abraham Williams. Preseason All-American set on the bench. Because he's going to prove his guy, he's more than, fuck, he could make a pimple on Jay Hill's ass. Go back to high school coaching, where he came from. Who the fuck hires a high school guy when you have a marquee program that's went deep into the tournament 8 years in a row? And they're bragging, yeah, we had a winning. No, you didn't have a winning season. No, you didn't. You're counting the D2 school? You had 500 on a team that could be still fucking playing. It's pitiful. It's fucking pitiful. It's like the basketball team. Me and fucking Randy Ray getting a fight right over there. I'm like, I was so pissed after that Xavier game. I'm down in PB and I'm walking along the boardwalk. This guy, hey, Blanch, what's me? So, the Weber State guy from here, he's born and raised here. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? And then we started talking about that game. As you know, I've dedicated the season to Anthony Johnson. Because I know a guy that has his shoes autographed. Well, they belong in a fucking museum. Anthony Johnson died this year. Never missed a shot in the second half. Not a free throw, not a field goal. Scored 34. This is a team that Weber State with Damian Lillard on the floor. So, and they got beat. Not Lillard's fault. Lillard was leading the league in free throws. Leading the fucking country in free throws. Wouldn't keep the ball in his hand. I'm screaming on the sideline wearing that shirt. Keep the ball in Lillard's hands. Keep the ball in Lillard's fucking hand. He never missed free throws. He was fucking the new Eddie Gill. By the way, I haven't had a triple-double here since Eddie Gill. When did he play here? Let's party like it's 1999, the last time they fucking won. So I'm like, what the fuck happened to that game in Xavier? They're so loaded. Kevin, we don't get great players like when you work for Coach Baglin, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't get great players? What? Like, you mean like Damian Lillard? It's like Scotty Bamford. You know what Scotty Bamford does in Europe? Oh, fuck, I see Zaire Porter, who set the bench here. They got into a rock throwing contest in the fucking championship game 2 years ago. And the guy who had hit fucking 31 free throws in a row was sitting on the bench. And JJ from San Diego, who's a hell of a player, but he always missed free throws. You know, down there at fucking Nevada, they missed the front end 3 in a row. When they were leading the country for free throw, he's got them all tight, over coaching. I says, they give him the extension. I'm like, so pissed. That's what they do around here. The philosophy here at the Athletic is fucking it's so fucked up and has been for years. So, the top 5 players, Abraham Williams, bar none, he's an NFL superstar, never been used properly here, never. He's hit the transfer portal. Bankston, don't know yet, haven't heard. He's one great player. But will they play him? If you don't believe he'll jump his fucking recruits over the top of All-Americans, you don't know anything about Aaron, so thanks. Jack Kelly, gone. I'm sure he'll end up at BYU. Jumping Jack Burgess, the great punter, he's at Texas Tech. You know, Collins, I guess he'll be at BYU. If you don't think that'll work out, look at Heckard, the season he had. He had a fantastic season at BYU. You know, so why not take him? The Jay Hills recruits. He can play here. Be a long season next year? No doubt my fucking mind. No doubt. Well, that's what you do, Ed Birdie. Just like they did the School of Business. I taught at the School of Business. I was a student professor with the #1 school business in the country. They let fucking Bill Childs and fucking Warren Buffett turn into supply chain corruption. Now they're under investigation by the FBI and they're last. They've been last since 2005. By the way, I saw the last really genius student that I was when I was a student professor. Joanna, what a genius. When I was in PB, I saw her obituary. She died of brain cancer. I couldn't believe it. Heartbreaking. So that's what they do around here. The water's fucking curse. It's alive and well. So we'll see how Weber State basketball, but very disappointing fucking season so far. You know, I'll say one thing. And his name isn't Do It All Dillion. I hate that fucking name. I talked to who fucking put that label on you. He said, no, I can't stand it. I said, well, you know what I named you when you were a freshman. Yeah. Dylan Magic Jones. And I love that. That's his name. His name's Dylan Magic Jones. And if you don't think he plays like Magic Johnson, you're not fucking paying attention. Cut him the fucking loose. Those 3 games when they fucking looked like they were going to go into the top 25, 29 points, 26 points, and 26 points. Now, 10 points, 12 points, 13 points. Cut him the fuck loose. It's his team. Don't Damian Lillard this guy. Don't Damian Lillard this guy. The fucking overcoaching and fuck Big Sky back. And then you wonder why in the Big Sky are in the NCAA tournament. You wonder why. They're 1-25 this century. It wasn't Weaver that got the one. I mean, so they got the new rug. They spent all the money, tear out concrete and metal bleachers to replace concrete and metal bleachers to watch them lose. And then they wonder why no one's here. You should have seen it. The Montana game, they got drilled. Montana State, excuse me. They got drilled. I never seen tailgating like that. It was the biggest crowd they had in many, many decades. They get drilled. And fans still kind of hung in there. UC Davis game, which they had at one. Should have won easily. Coaching fucking decisions. They lost. Fans left. Bleeding fucking money. Bleeding money. Money looted. Bleeding fucking money. But that don't matter. I'm just a taxpayer here. This is a public university. This isn't BYU. This is private. This is a state-funded, taxpayer-funded. Been here my whole life. Fuck. It's disgusting. Basketball arena? I'm like, it'll be packed. I was thrilled I got that seat. I'm like, it'll be packed. People come to watch Dillion Jones. And then I saw the preseason schedule after I got the ticket. And I'm like, what the fuck? You got an NBA first rounder and no Utah, no BYU, they've been playing each other for fucking my entire life. Nope. Why? 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 Real brilliant. Real fucking brilliant. Fucking. So, where'd you sleep last night? So they're playing out of here just like I predicted. I wonder why. So we'll see Rashid tomorrow. That tear, it didn't tear. It was a bad contusion. He's missed 2 weeks. Now, I don't know if he'll be at 100%, but he's playing tomorrow against the Giants. And, you know, hopefully he has a good game. He will if he's healthy. Should have never played in that game. I talked to him before that. I said I wouldn't play. That death rug that cost Josh Davis probably the NFL. Put it in 2011 when I was gone. They cheated. It was corrupt. It was thin. It tore up so many bodies. That death turf. Rashid tore that ACL on that death tour on the 11-yard line. Right there. And I'm the only guy that videoed it, you know, and whatever. That probably cost him a couple $100 million. Because he got on the combine, he'd have been a first rounder. So hopefully Winston Reed gets to the combine. He's a beast, man. So Maxwell Anderson. Noah Atagi. You know, of course, his older brother. Now, that was a player. He's a rugby guy now. So, it's very sad. Degenerate, Weber State. Stay in tune.